What's going on, y'all? We are back with another the mock draft, and we got Cynthia Frelund's first mock draft, her 1.0 via the NFL Network. She does all the score predictions during the regular season fantasy football stuff. I didn't know she dabbles in the mock drafts. We'll have to see what it's looking like. But yeah, nonetheless, let's go ahead and get straight into things. Starting off with the number one pick. Let me guess who it is. Oh, would you look at that? All right, Fernando Mendoza. There really, I think, is no reason to talk about this pick whatsoever. It is clear. I think it's going to be a very good pairing with Clint Kubiak in Vegas. Best of luck to Fernando. He's the number one pick. Number two, she does go Arvell Reese out of Ohio State. And I don't want to give y'all any spoilers on the next picks. I haven't seen it either. So, yeah, I like this fit. I mean, I like that she put linebacker slash edge because I think he's very good at both positions. I think everyone knows that, but I'm seeing him listed too much as just edge rusher. And maybe it's just for the simplicity and a linebacker, off ball linebacker wouldn't go number two. But he really is so much more than just a linebacker or edge rusher. His hybrid and versatility as a player is phenomenal. I think he's pretty good at both spots and pretty polished at both as well. Definitely can grow as a pass rusher. But yeah, I'm fully on board for this pick at number two if I'm the Jets. Number three, okay. She goes Ruben Bain Jr. out of Miami. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a fan of this pick. I don't really understand it, to be honest. I mean, you just hired an offensive minded head coach. You have a huge need at right tackle. But yeah, you could use the pass rusher. I think Arvell Reese would be the best case, but he's clearly not here. I think David Bailey fits better. Like you got Josh Sweat, who's around that like 250, 260 weight range. My problem is you just took Jordan Birch in what, like the third round? You took Darius Robinson in the first round 2 years ago. Ruben Bain plays the exact same role as both of those guys. So it's like, are you cashing out on Jordan Birch? Are you trying to change your defense completely? Even if you do, I don't really understand how it works. Maybe you go to like base 4-3 to allow the bigger guys to be out on the edge, or maybe, I mean, I think a 3-4 fits better with your personnel, but at that point, like I said, you got three people playing the same position. So I don't really understand this pick at all. Personally, if I'm the Cardinals, I would take Francis Mauigoa, Spencer Fano, or hell, even David Bailey because he's a better fit. And I really don't understand this pick. I keep seeing the Titans mocked offensive line with the NFL Draft Network people. I saw Maui Noah go for Daniel Jeremiah. Why? Why? You just paid Dan Moore an arm and a leg. Peter Skoronsky, I would definitely assume, is getting re signed. You're not taking the center, and Lloyd Cushenberry's all right. Kevin Zeitler might retire, so yeah, you might have a need at right guard. And then you got JC Latham. And it's like JC Latham was a top 10 pick. He's a true tackle size. He's not going inside. Dan Moore is paid as one of the highest tackles or highest paid tackles, excuse me, in the NFL. And you're just not going to take a guard number four overall. So I don't really understand the logic, to be honest with you. I don't like it either for the Titans. So yeah, but definitely these last two picks, not a fan of. And not a fan of this either. Just does not make sense to me. You got Jermod McCoy going fifth overall to the New York Giants. Could they use help in the secondary? Yes. Is corner way more valuable than safety? Yes. Why not Mansour Delane then if you want to go corner? One, they need a wide receiver. I think Cardinal Tate is a perfect fit opposite of Neighbors. If you don't want to go a wide receiver two at five, I understand it. Francis Mauigoa, Jermaine Illuminor is a free agent. You have potential a cornerstone at right tackle on the board. You pass on that. Deontay Banks is probably gone. Okay. Paulson Adebo will be back. Cordell Flott is a big free agent. He played phenomenal. I don't know if you bring him back. And Drew Phillips is also there. So yeah, you need a boundary corner. But like I said, why wouldn't you just go with the stability of Mansour Delane? Your team has already been super injured. Why take a corner coming off a torn ACL number five overall? I just don't really understand it. I do like this pick, Cardinal Tate at number six. I would probably go Francis Mauigoa. I think tackle might be in a worse situation than wide receiver, but it's very close. Both of them are huge needs. So going with the safe option at wide receiver, no injury problems. Really, he missed like 2 games in college. That's it. Good hands, can win at every level of the field. Reliable. I'm okay with it. Seven for the Commanders. Love this pick. David Bailey to me is a perfect fit on Dan Quinn's defense, and I think the question has become, will he make it there? Because I think he is a very good fit for Robert Sala's defense at the fourth overall pick, based on what Robert Sala drafted in New York as his time as a head coach. Number 8, you go Mansour Delane. I do this pick all the time in my mock drafts. I definitely understand it. I mean, Mansour Delane is as reliable as it gets. Very good boundary corner, can come in and replace Alontae Taylor day one. Quincy Riley can go in the nickel. I have no problem with this. You keep him in the Bayou. Feels like a fun fit. I would be interested in Jeremiah Love, though. I assume he's going to go the next pick. Okay, I like this too. Francis Mauigoa is a huge need, in my opinion, for the Chiefs. Spoiler, I'm going to be live on TikTok tomorrow doing all the NFL cuts and restructures for every NFL team. So spoiler, I am cutting 2 tackles off the Chiefs if that is a shocker, which it shouldn't be. Jawan Taylor's terrible, saves 20 million. Jalen Moore really wasn't good, saves 8.5 million. I agree with this. I mean, Francis Mauigoa is a plug and play starting right tackle. I'm fully on board with this if he's available. Tim for the Bengals, probably my favorite fit. Caleb Downs, I mean, arguably the best player in the draft, can come in and impact the team in multiple ways on the defense. And your safety play is terrible, and Geno Stone's a free agent. So, yeah, another good one. All right, Vega Ioane to my Miami Dolphins. I personally am a fan of this. It'd probably be like my fourth or fifth option, depending on how the board fell. I would prefer Maui Noah. I'd prefer Fano, Caleb Downs, Mansour Delane than yeah, like I said, probably Vega Ioane would be my fifth choice, surprisingly enough. Just a very reliable, good physical guard. The GM, Sully, and the new head coach, Jeff Hafley, have both talked in depth about fixing this thing from the trenches out. I think Vega Ioane adds a very safe floor to that offensive line, and I think you're going to get a very good starter. So I'm a fan. 12 for the Cowboys, Sonny Styles makes a ton of sense. DeMar Vianover shown solid. Other than that, Jamar James, Logan Wilson. There's really Kenneth Murray. Ugh. There's really nothing going in the Cowboys linebacking room. So with the top 3 secondary players off the board, I can definitely get on board with this. Wow. Okay. So it's not going to be Makai Lemon 13th overall. It's going to be Avion Terrell out of Clemson. I think Avion Terrell would be a perfect Roger McCreary replacement if he walks in free agency. My thing is, are you going to take a corner that's 5'11", 180 pounds, 13th overall? I think there's a shot he can make it to the 29th pick in the draft. So I'd prefer to go Makai Lemon and get Matthew Stafford, another playmaker, with how the board has fallen. I don't like this fit at all. It's Cassius Howe at 14 to the Baltimore Ravens. I just don't really understand. I mean, Jesse Minter, you look at his time in LA, it's big pass rushers, Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, Tully, they're all over 265 pounds. Cassius Howe, I just don't like his fit with Minter. I don't like his fit with the Ravens. If you're going to go edge rusher, to me, it should be Keldrick Falk or TJ Parker 1,000,000% over Howe. And with his arm length, I don't know if he goes this high in the draft. And he's very similar to Mike Green as well. So it's like, yeah, that pick to me is terrible. That might be the worst one of the draft. And this is another head scratcher, in my opinion. Colton Hood to the Buccaneers at 15. Like, yeah, Jamel Dean's a free agent. Did we forget we just drafted Ben Morrison and Jacob Parrish in the first 3 rounds last year in the second and third? Did we forget we extended Zion McCollum on a pretty big contract? Not a huge one, but a decent paid contract. Why are we taking corner? I mean, I don't know. Kenyon Sadiq's here. He can be a plug and play tight end for you. TJ Parker is here. Um, CJ Allen is here if you feel like you just have to go linebacker. I don't really understand this pick whatsoever. I mean, yeah, it's a good fit with Todd Bowles' defense, but you already have 3 pretty good corners. All right, 16, this A-plus pick, in my opinion, for the Jets. Makai Lemon, definitely, to me, a top 10 player in the class. Yeah, he's a little undersized at 5'11". Yeah, he's not the fastest guy in the world, but everything else that has to actually do with football, he is phenomenal at. So if he makes it here, I think that's a home run start to the draft with Makai Lemon and Arvell Reese. 17 for the Detroit Lions, she goes Caden Proctor. It's not my personal preference. I think Monroe Freeling is a much better fit for Detroit. I think Caleb Lomu's a better fit, but I do understand the upside. I mean, 6'7", 365 pounds. He's not even 21 years old yet, so there's a ton of upside to be had. Andy's a natural left tackle, so maybe he sits behind Taylor Decker for a year. Maybe Decker gets cut to save money because they don't have cap space. or maybe he retires. I think all those things are on the table. But yeah, this I don't hate it. All right, Brandon Cisse goes 18th overall to the Minnesota Vikings. Yeah, I mean, you need corner. I mean, corner has flown off the board in her mock draft, but Brandon Cisse, I think it's valid for him to go this high. I think I'd personally take Peter Woods here at 18. The Jeremiah Love, holy hell. Why has Jeremiah Love not went? The Jets picked, the Vikings picked. Hell, the Cowboys could take him. Javante's a free agent. They have no money. Uh, I have a hard time believing the Vikings would pass on Jeremiah Love. Cisse is a good fit for Brian Flores, but what the hell? And to me, this is another what the hell fit. Because why are we taking Keldrick Falk after we just took Nick Scorton, who plays the same exact role, and Prince Liuman Yellen is also a bigger pass rusher? If anything, go Kenyon Sadiq. Like I said, get the valuable weapon in the slot, inline tight end. He's versatile. Go CJ Allen. Your linebackers are terrible. Keldrick Falk, I don't know what that fixes. And I don't even know what role he's going to play because Nick Scorton has played outwards, outside on the edge a lot this past season. Like, is it Tershawn Wharton's role? I don't know. I don't like the fit at all. 20 for the Cowboys. I can definitely get behind this. She took Sonny Styles at 12. Corner has been depleted, so you don't have much of a choice but to take edge rusher. TJ Parker adds a really safe floor. He's a good run defender. Also a high upside pass rusher, racked up, 18 or 19 sacks the last 2 seasons. So good pick. I mean, this is fucking. Why and how? Why is he not in the top 20? How is he available? There's been so many teams that could have taken him. This Love's potential impact in both the past, like Bijan Robinson, for him to. You just compared him to Bijan Robinson, but yet he's not going in the Bijan Robinson range. When I'd argue he's damn near the same level of prospect as Bijan Robinson, he's a top 3 player in the draft. Nothing's going to change my opinion on that. Running back's becoming more valuable now ever since the Saquon monster year, and he got his fat extension. Like Derrick Henry got an extension. Like, why? Why? Like, why? I don't know. I don't know. And this, like, why is Jordan Tyson available at this point in the draft? Like, oh, he's got the injury concerns. Okay, then why didn't Pittsburgh take him? Like, they need wide receiver way more than they need a running back. Why would Pittsburgh not just take Jordan Tyson if he's available, regardless of Jeremiah Love being there? Jordan Tyson's probably also a borderline top 5 player in the class. And why do the Chargers take him? He's not even a good fit for Mike McDaniel's offense. Like, this shit is. I don't know, man. I'm not trying to act like some guru or Mister Know It All, but I promise you, I know more than some of these scouts. I can promise you that. I mean, some of this shit just doesn't even make sense at all. Kenyon Sadiq here for the Eagles is a great fit. Dallas Goddard's a free agent. He is 31 years old. Even if he's brought back, Sadiq would be a very nice pairing and very versatile. 24, Browns go Caleb Lomu and Carnell Tate. I think that's a pretty cool start. I think based on how the Browns draft, though, it would be more likely they take like a Monroe Freeling there instead of Caleb Lomu. All right, 25. I can't catch the read on Emmanuel McNeil Warren because I think he's a top 25 player. You probably think he's a top 25 player. A ton of analysts think he's a top 25 player. But everything I've heard from about NFL scouts, they all don't think he's all that good. And also, safety is so undervalued. I think there's no way there's going to be 2 safeties going in the first round, especially if Nick Eamon Ward couldn't go in the first round. That dude broke pretty much every combine record for a safety. He was productive in college. He was a freak athlete. He's big, he's long, he's lengthy. If he can't go in the first round, I don't think Emmanuel McNeil Warren can. So the Bears, I mean, hell, bro, all the interior players are here. Peter Woods, Caleb Downs, Hayden McDonald, Lee Hunter, Christian Miller. Why are we taking a safety? Back to a normal pick. Denzel Boston to the Bills obviously fills a huge boundary wide receiver need, and you're hoping to do Everything you did wrong with Keon Coleman, right with Denzel Boston. Casey Concepcion also makes a ton of sense. I mean, just a versatile playmaker. You can move all around the field, and Kyle Shanahan has no weapons. George Kittle probably isn't playing next year. Brandon Ayuk's going to be cut. Jawan Jennings is a free agent, and I'm hearing rumors that he might make $20 million a year, which is insane. Ricky Pearsall can't stay on the field. I Yeah, Casey makes sense. And the next pick, I Blake Miller. I don't dislike Blake Miller at all. I don't. I'm a fan of Blake Miller, but I'm a fan when his value is mid second round, anywhere from like hell, the Texans pick at 38 to the mid late 50s. Why is he a first round pick? Like why? And why is he going over Monroe Freeland? I couldn't tell you. I mean, yeah, you have a need at right tackle. Monroe Freeland can play right tackle, and he's just. I mean, he's a better athlete. He's bigger. He's way better in space. I just don't see why I've seen Blake Miller in multiple first round mocks. I just don't think it's going to happen. All right, hey, I like the player a lot, but why? Why are we taking a swing tackle at 29th overall? Alaric Jackson's your left tackle. Warren McClendon played like one of the better right tackles in football. What about this says, hey, we got to draft a tackle at 29? I'd prefer you to take Ty Simpson than a offensive tackle at 29. Like, get a playmaker. Omar Cooper would be perfect for this role. And don't say, oh, Omar Cooper's not a first round pick. I'm looking at Blake Miller in the first round. So, like, why? Why? I just don't like some of these picks, man. All right, back to a normal pick. CJ Allen makes a ton of sense. I mean, plug and play starting linebacker, multiple free agents, like she mentions. And 31, Caleb Banks. You got the highest paid interior defensive line, and we're going interior defensive line. Yeah, solid. And it's the first one taken. Peter Woods doesn't even go in the first round in this mock draft. Like what? Some of this shit, man. Like you can't make it up. I'm gonna be honest. Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft, in my opinion, was horrible. He tried to be different. I didn't like majority of the fits. It's not normally about players. It's more about the fits. This is like near the 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10 range as well. There were probably like 10 or 12 picks I really liked. Probably 6 to 8 meh, and like 10 or 12 what the Fs. I'm going 2 out of 10. I mean, this was terrible. And like I said, I don't mean to try to act like a guru. I have my own personal mock drafts. I have my own personal opinions. I appreciate the people that make these mocks. Sort of. Not like these, because, I mean, y'all probably get a good reaction out of it, but it's a waste of time because, like, it's unserious. No Peter Woods in the first round. A D tackle to the Patriots. A offensive tackle to the Rams. Blake Miller in the first round. Emmanuel McNeil Warren, I wouldn't lose sleep over, but I think it's highly unlikely. Jordan Tyson and Jeremiah Love both aren't top 20 picks. Keldrick Falk to the Panthers. The Vikings passing on Jeremiah Love. The Bucks going a corner. The Ravens going a small edge rusher. The Rams going a nickel corner at 13th overall. Jermod McCoy going fifth. Spencer Fano to the tight. This shit was bad, man. I don't sugarcoat stuff. This was terrible. I hope y'all enjoyed my reaction at least, though. Peace out.